Hello students, I welcome you all to this session on ED. In previous two sessions, we discussed about enterprise and entrepreneur. The first was live streaming class and second one, the video I prepared about the introductory part of entrepreneur and the meaning. Hope there was some problem with the PPT, and this is the third video in which I'll cover up the important skills are skills of entrepreneur. So from this slide again, this entrepreneurship development has three concepts: entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, and enterprise. In first session, in brief, we discussed enterprise. That is enough, and you had enough discussions in other subjects in earlier classes, both at UG and PG level. Maybe different forms of organizations and all. And entrepreneur, that is the point now we are discussing, or concept now discussing, is a person. As you know, this is from three word. It is from previous session, a slide from previous session to have a connectivity. Entrepreneur, a French word, entrepreneur, means to undertake. A person who organizes or undertake the risk of organizing and managing any enterprise, especially a business, usually with the considerable initiatives and risk, is called entrepreneur. A business, a place where production and distribution of services takes place, concerned with the production distribution of goods, and in the process of distribution, lot of other commercial and help us to trade comes. Nowadays, it is at a global level. So the question I asked the previous class, whether entrepreneurs are born or made, it is a debating issue. Some are arguing that they are born. Can say sometimes in the family or community entrepreneur, it may be true. If you take Tatas, Birlas, any such, having already crossed 2 centuries of the history, but can't say even the successors there, they're all well educated, highly qualified. In spite of having say preparatory training ground at their home, they have a exposure and access at their birthplace, still they'll undergo and qualify with the greater qualifications. Another part is that it is made. So you can say certain traits which are transmitted through heredity, like son is like ancestors or forefathers, are from birth, inheritance by birth. But many other qualities are acquired. See, management or any business process is not empirical in nature. What is happening today is not the history. Every time a businessman or entrepreneur or even manager or executive encounters with a new situation, that's why the very latest approach to management is the contingency approach or the situational approach. The leadership, that is a one leader is one who gives arises to that position as a leader in particular situation, a situational. Again, latest method of leader or leadership quality in the entrepreneur may be transformational leader. So majority of these traits or qualities what the entrepreneurs possess are no doubt acquired through different forms of schooling or by undergoing different courses or attending programs or trainings or having certificates. And remember, acquisition skills are not so simple, which requires longitudinal practice. You, when you decide to become an entrepreneur, hope some of you at least decide to become an entrepreneur and wish to be the job provider than job seekers. So when you're thinking of become a job provider, definitely you need to acquire few more qualities. A thing might have ignited in your mind. The certain ideas might have generated in your mind. You don't throw it away into dustbin. Keep those ideas or business propositions with you and incubate it. Incubator which provides all facilities to mature. Say that your uh, proposals or propositions get mature, for which you need to acquire certain skills. So both it is. The conclusion is that certain qualities are inborn, those who are transmitted, and when they are left free to play and left free to attend the such work at their house and whenever they are free, definitely such qualities they inherit and other things acquired. Certain qualities are acquired and certain qualities are inborn. I can say majority are acquired. So what motivates entrepreneurs to start a business? Now, as I told, at least few of you. In fact, all of you can think of having your own business. You will be the independent, you will be a free bird there in your business. And you can use your skill fully. Whatever may be the job profile, it won't allow you to or enable you to use your skill fully. Okay, when what motivates entrepreneurs to start a business? Why you should start or think of starting your own business? See there, independency. You are the master. You are the master of your destiny. You need not ask and beg. You are the king there. Then it is your wealth. Definitely you have to protect. In fact, you need to expand it. You should take all steps or possible care to grow your wealth. And when you become a businessman and successful, and when you could able to meet all the expectations of the society, you'll be recognized. You will get a status, that high social status you enjoy. Then flexible schedule. When you become the employee, you need to follow time in and out signatures. Now it is biometric. No manipulation is possible. Then there may be the chances of unemployment. When your employer feel overstaffing or due to some problem like this pandemic and such natural disasters, they may give yellow, orange card and later red cards. Layoffs may take place. But when you start your own business and you do well, perform and trust your labor there, definitely no question of unemployment. You will get involved in your business 24/7. Then it becomes a family business. When you do succeed, definitely your family members, maybe your children and others can comfortably uh, land in your business. So these are certain facts which motivates entrepreneurs to or entrepreneurs, you prospective entrepreneurs, when you start thinking of starting your business, okay, these are the reasons why you should become entrepreneurs and how you are become self-employed. So entrepreneur, as you told in that previous one, is a trades, another one a skill. Trades majority inborn like culture, maybe family and work culture or business culture or entrepreneurial culture. You get that concept also. Then family background, in case of family and community entrepreneurs, definitely it will come. Then that say environment, favorable and unfavorable. These are from the say their family or from their ancestors. Then skills, how you experience get, one is through education. See, education not just for the sake of knowledge. Knowledge easily you can gain or learn. You have ample sources and you have the easy accessibility to different sources of knowledge. And just knowledge won't become the education. Or I can say whatever skill required for starting your own business, your education will provide you, level of education. This subject ED will give you, I can say, required inputs, maybe a theoretical, and if you inspire, you can undergo some other training, EDPs and all. So education which will give you knowledge, ability, competencies, and this education even contribute or enable you to change your attitude. See, knowledge, ability into attitude is the competency. It is not just knowledge, it is not your ability, or it is not just your attitude. Having sufficient knowledge, you must know how to apply your knowledge into a practical situation. That is ability. Then the attitude is your frame of or state of your readiness of your mind. You know, you have the knowledge, you have the ability, but if you lack attitude, why should I? It will stop you. No, that attitude should be favorable. This is one side. Then the experience. See, experience adds to this, then it becomes your skill. Experience will provide you the wiseness. Experience provides you wisdom. So now knowledge, ability, attitude together becomes competence in one end. Competency plus wisdom is the skill. This portion or this part in the entrepreneur definitely from acquisition. You need to acquire. Maybe knowledge can be acquired easily. Ability, though it is somewhat subjective, personalized, you need to then definitely wisdom makes you to experience yourself. When you have a family entrepreneurs, definitely get. Otherwise, you start your business under time or sometime you take up a job in that area. After taking up some years of experience there, then you can start your own business. So what is an it should be who is an entrepreneur? One who creates a new business in the face of risk. It is a risk taking propensity, risk and uncertainty for the purpose of achieving profit and growth by identifying and assembling. See, you have to identify, then segregate it, assembling in a necessary resources to capitalize on them, capitalize them. So this is the meaning. Then concept there of entrepreneurs, basically three: risk bearer, organizer, innovator. See, organizer, that is from purely from economics. Organizer is one who brings all facts of production in one place at agreed proportion to achieve the predetermined goal. And risk bearing, greater the risk, greater will be the anticipated profit. So if you want to maximize your profit or wealth, you need to take more risk. Here, risk taking and playing safe, prudence should be there should be a blend or a mix that should intersect, which is called as leveraging of this. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಷ್ಟು, right? You are not supposed to expose entire property of your personal or your kith and kin into your business and putting entire family into difficulty. No, you need to plan, limit. Then innovator, entrepreneur, because obsolescence is a order of the day, outdatedness. Today's product becomes outdated tomorrow because of the changing whims and fancies, likes and dislikes, uh, wishes and preferences of customers or people. They are subject to change. So change is only the permanent thing in this world. Change is unchangeable law of the nature, and change is a sign of development. So change is a must. Whenever there is a change, you must have the ability and competency to adapt yourself to the changing situation. That is called adaptability or flexibility. And to have a flexibility, you need to have a you need to equipped with the army. It is not preparing the army after breaking or declaration of war, keeping the battalion ready with all armament to fight and win against the opponents much before in hand. Even in the organizations or management, there is one concept like skill inventory. So what is expected in future, maybe in another 3 year, 5 year, what is required, expected thing has to be kept ready now itself. That's called skill inventory keeping. So innovation and invention are two words. Invention, which is nothing but finding an entirely new thing. What happens in science? See, last year, by the end of 2019, pandemic COVID-19 has broken out, and it was very dangerous. Now also, but with the constant efforts, and hard work, few could find out a vaccine. So this invention, it is an invention of vaccine for COVID-19. But by the time invention of a vaccine, it has muted. Mutation or mutated generation of virus may be the threat again. So definitely now there are two doses with the certain weeks of gap, but in near future only one dose will come, and again validity is doubtful now. It is not fixed. Say the new vaccine, innovated vaccine may come. Innovated vaccine may come with one single dose. Sometime maybe like a lifetime vaccine that which like we have for pulse polio and all. So now that Covaxin or Covishield, Pfizer, Sputnik, whatever, these are all inventions. Now with the two doses, if next year, if they bring with one single dose with all feature of these existing doses together, it becomes innovation. Like adding any new thing to the existing is called innovation, and finding entirely new thing is an invention. So entrepreneur is an innovator. Innovation is required to come out with this obsolescence or outdated test, keeping the tempo going forever in the same speed. That's what. That's why innovation. Only when you have innovation, constant changes, then only you can have a flexibility to adapt to the changes. So these are three basic and major concepts. One, entrepreneur is a risk bearer. Policy there, a principle is that greater the risk, greater will be the anticipated profit. If you anticipate more, definitely you must take more risk. Then organizing whatever at the required quality and quantity. If you go for more, it becomes overstaffing or over capitalization. If you are with less, then it is less understaffing, vacancies, or undercapitalization. Both are bad. Then innovation, continuous research. Next one, Drucker has given his view on entrepreneur. He says, innovation is a specific tool of entrepreneurs. Innovation is a way for success for the entrepreneurs, he says. This means by which they exploit changes as an opportunity for different business or a different services. Even I might have given some instances in the classes earlier offline sessions that don't take the this pandemic situation or lockdowns or stay home in a negative sense. Take it as a positive. Think what best you can do. Maybe with regard to earning of income, or to spend leisurely time, or even to update yourself for the job to suit your to a job market. Uh, Whatever you had in your mind, traditional expectations may not be possible. You need to change yourself. So that's what he says. Exploit the changes. I used to tell you, don't wait for the opportunity. You need to create the opportunity. Then Schumpeter has given definition on entrepreneur. He says reform or revolutionize. Say revolution in the sense sudden change, sudden, big, sudden and big. Ocean change, we say, no, big, sudden, big. Evolution, opposite of which change, but step by step, slow and gradual change is called evolution. Sudden and big change is called revolution. So revolutionized pattern of production by exploiting an invention. If you take later part of 17th century and the early part of 19th century, 1715 to 1850, major invention took place, and that period of a century is called as industrial revolution. In the sphere of industry, manufacturing, production, distribution, massive changes has taken place, especially in three areas. One, place of production, from the place of producer, that is to the place of, I mean, factory system, domestic system to factory system, then in the scale, small scale to large scale, then in the same method, manual power to mechanical power. The major reason was the invention of 8 great machines and all. You have white revolution, green revolution, everything. So sudden change, like entrepreneur need to revolutionize, bring changes quickly, and untired technological possibility. See, continuously, constant for producing a new commodities. That is required. That is to stop or come out from obsolescence or outdatedness. Thank you. This is all about this session.